Hello everyone, welcome back to PropelAPilot. This video is a very interesting video because of the way the idea for this video originated. I was doing a one-on-one ground session with someone online as they booked it through PropelAPilot's website, and the idea of this one-on-one ground sessions is to help students clarify their doubts, solve any misconceptions they have, and help them prepare for check rides, state checks, etc. When I was going through a lot of concepts that the student wanted me to go over, I realized that there are a few of these things which are very common to a private pilot FAA check ride, and that's why I decided to make this video series where I'll be talking about these things one at a time. If you are also a student who is preparing for a check ride, for a state check, or wants to clear their doubts, check out the link in description to book a one-on-one ground session with me, and I will help you understand and learn for the check ride or solve your doubts. The four strokes of the engine. Most of us begin and complete our training in a four-stroke internal combustion engine. Nicholas August Otto, who was a German engineer, was the one who developed the first four-stroke internal combustion engine, which was used as a replacement for a steam engine as a power source in the 19th century. And what's crazy is we are still using the same principle of internal combustion engine. Obviously, we have more advanced and efficient engines as compared to the 19th century, but the principle still remains the same. The four strokes of the four-stroke cycle are intake, compression, combustion, and exhaust. We will be going over these four strokes in detail in this video. Let's get started. To begin with, I'm going to leave this animated computer drawing of one cylinder of the Wright brothers 1903 aircraft engine. This I found on NASA's website, and I'm gonna keep it playing next to our explanation as we go by understanding how the four strokes work. This engine powered the first heavier than air self-propelled maneuverable piloted aircraft, the Wright Flyer, the 1903 Wright Flyer. The engine consisted of four cylinders like the one shown above, with each piston connected to a common shaft. Four-stroke, four-cylinder engines are very common in most general aviation aircrafts even today. So the first stroke of the engine is the intake stroke. The engine cycle begins with the piston that is being pulled towards the crankshaft, and this allows the intake valve to open, allowing fuel and air mixture to come inside the cylinder. As you can see with the blue dots, the fuel and air mixture is at a relatively low pressure and is colored blue in the figure. Now, at the end of the intake stroke, the piston is all the way towards the center or towards the crankshaft. Then comes the compression stroke, in which the piston moves towards the top again. In this stroke, both the intake and the exhaust valves are closed, and the mixture, the fuel and air mixture that was present in the cylinder, is now getting compressed. As you can see with the yellow, it is starting to increase in pressure. At the top of the compression stroke, it becomes red, which means it is compressed to the maximum capacity the piston can. The power stroke begins when this fuel and air mixture is ignited by spark plugs. Usually spark plugs are the means of ignition in gasoline engines. The spark plugs ignite this fuel and air mixture, and as you know, combustion or fire or explosion always has expanding gases. These expanding gases will expand within the cylinder and push the piston back towards the crankshaft or towards the center or towards the bottom of the cylinder. This is the power stroke, which gives the power to turn the crankshaft. Then comes the exhaust stroke, in which the piston comes back towards the top, and in this case the exhaust valve is open, which will allow the burnt combustion materials to go out of the cylinders. These are the four strokes of an internal combustion engine. Now let's go a little bit deeper into the things that we discussed. We have intake and exhaust valves on the top of the cylinder. These valves work as a function of allowing fuel and air mixture in through the intake valve and allowing combustion materials to go out of the exhaust valve during the exhaust stroke. Then we have the crankshaft. What is the crankshaft? Crankshaft is the shaft that connects the piston, the cylinders, to the propeller or to a gearbox in certain engines. But If you take an example of a simple Cessna 172, the crankshaft is directly connected to the propeller. So when the crankshaft moves, the propeller moves as well. This crankshaft moves because of the power stroke, as we just discussed. So when the piston is moving back and forth, it is moving the crankshaft, and the movement of the crankshaft is what rotates the propeller, and that's how the engine helps us move forward. The fuel and air mixture is what burns, but the spark plug is required to provide the spark for the fuel and air mixture to combust. So to summarize, we have an engine which has 4 cylinders oriented like this, and within each of these cylinders, 4 strokes are occurring constantly, providing power to this crankshaft to rotate the propeller. That's how the 4-stroke internal combustion engine works. If you liked this video and thought that this helped you in your preparation for your FAA check ride or a stage check that's coming up next, please do subscribe, hit the like button and also the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post any such similar videos. Look out for this series of FAA check ride preparation, because I'll be putting videos like these regularly which are related to similar concepts that are asked in FAA check rides. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.